Hey guys, it's What's Up Wednesday, and for this What's Up Wednesday, we are going to talk about posh hacks. What are posh hacks? Posh hacks are small tips and tricks that I want to give you to help you get the most out of your posh products. We are going to start out with one of my favorite posh hacks is our hack with our Big Fat Yummy hand creams. Now, most people want to get the most out of their tube that they can. So they'll bang it, they'll hit it, they'll do every way they can to get the most out of their product. But let me tell you, with any of our tube products here at Perfectly Posh, I'm going to show you an amazing way to get it all out. Now, I have previously cut this one because this is one of my favorite Big Fat Yummy hand creams. This was our sugar coated, and it's to the point that I can't get any more out by simply squeezing it or banging it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're gonna grab your scissors and you're going to cut the top. So I've already done this, see? I cut the top, and when you cut the top, check out all of that still in there. You have so much more that you can use. I mean, this is totally a week or two more of the Big Fat Yummy hand cream that I can get out of this hand cream, and I couldn't get any more out just squeezing or banging it. Now, the other fun thing to do if you cut it straight across is you can kind of jimmy rig it in there, and look at it, looks like just your regular Big Fat Yummy hand cream. Set it on your counter and it's ready for the next time you want to grab some till you scrape it all out. Same thing goes with any of our facial washes or our moisturizers. Don't throw them away. You'll want to recycle them. They're recyclable, but also you want to make sure to get it all out of there. Now with like our face washes and our moisturizers, they are longer tubes. I typically cut them more in the middle section so that I can really get down deep where the extra's sitting, okay? So this one, if you look in there, I can get probably 2 or 3 more face washes out of this complexion perfection that I couldn't get by banging or squeezing it. So, first posh hack. If you have things in tubes and you think they're empty, cut them first before you recycle them and see if you can dig any more out, right? How wonderful is that? Especially if you haven't ordered and you're waiting for your order to come in and you need just a few more days to get by. Posh hack number 1. Posh hack number 2, we're gonna talk about our chunk bar soaps. Now, our chunk bar soaps are big, they're thick, and sometimes if you have 2 bathrooms, you don't want 2 bars, right? So let me show you how to make this for 2 different bathrooms, or even cut it smaller and do it for a hand soap in one of your extra bathrooms when you come in. Super easy to do. So what you're gonna do is get a cutting board. I have mine covered with paper towel. You're gonna put the chunk bar soap on there and you're going to put it in the microwave for 15 to 20 seconds. Now, some bar soaps, depending on your microwave, will cook a little bit faster or heat a little bit faster. So make sure to get it out, feel it a little bit. If it feels pliable and warm enough, you can cut it just then. Now, if it still feels pretty hard, because each bar is different, you're gonna wanna flip it, put it back in the microwave, 10 to 15 seconds, pull it out, and by this time, if it wasn't the first time, it should be ready to cut, okay? So let me tip you down. I don't have this one microwaved, but you can simply take a really sharp knife and cut it this way or this way. That would give you 2 sections for each bathroom. Or if you wanted to cut them even smaller, I typically will cut them in the middle, and then I'll just go down and I'll cut them smaller all the ways down the bar soap. And it will give you multiple pieces to use at separate times, in different bathrooms, or even if you want to share them. Maybe you have a friend that wants to try it. Nuke that baby and cut it into a small sample. Now, that's a chunk bar. If you are using or cutting any of our Snarky bars, do not heat these bad boys. Do not heat a Snarky bar. And why? If you're to nuke or microwave this bad boy, it's gonna be a puddle of mush. What you're gonna do, and I love to do this with our Snarky bars, because if someone doesn't wanna use it on their feet and then on their body, you can cut it into smaller pieces. If you have kids that like to leave it in the water, cut it into smaller pieces. Don't leave it there for them to dissolve in the bathtub or float it like a boat in the bathtub. Cut it into smaller pieces. Again, super easy to do, and I'll show you that. This time you do not microwave. Here's the Snarky bar. And again, you can choose to cut it this way or this way. I typically like to start and cut it this way. And then I like to cut it into smaller little pieces. So this is super easy to use as a foot scrub or a body scrub and not waste your whole bar. You can also put one in your drawer for safekeeping and keep one in the shower for you to use, so that you can safeguard that someone won't leave this and melt it away for you. But Snarky bars, you do not microwave. Chunk bars, you microwave, okay? But great tips, you can cut them both, make them both smaller, medium size, however you want. Customize your own bar soap and how you would like to use them. Plus, here's the other thing. Sometimes I buy more than one chunk bar soap and I want to be able to switch up fragrances faster. Easy to do when you cut them in half, because then they won't last as long. You can use half, switch to a new scent, use that, and then go back to your other half a month later. Super great way to really get the most use out of your bars, out of your chunk bars, and out of your Snarky bars. How is that for Posh Hacks? That is really 3 Posh Hacks so far. And I want to talk just about a few other things. And these are more tips. If you have ever used a bath fizzy, a lot of times bath fizzies will come huge, right? It's like, holy buckets, that's a huge bath fizzy. We actually have them in smaller sizes, and this will be enough for a whole bath, for you to take a bath. But let's say you want to soak your feet and you don't want to waste a whole bath fizzy in a small tub to soak your feet. Simply take this. You can leave the wrapper on if you want. I typically take it off, put it in a Ziploc, grab a rubber mallet, and just bang, get all your stress out on this little bath fizzy. And once you have it all broken up into the bag, you can simply add it to any of your foot soaks and not have to use a whole entire fizzy to do it. Wasn't that genius? So genius. You can probably get 2 to 3 foot soaks out of one bath fizzy for sure. Okay, next Posh hack, coconut oil. Now this is a huge one I get lots of questions about. Coconut oil is solid at room temperature. Now, I preferably like it more solid because then I don't use it as fast. But it's also a little harder to get out of the container. So here's a couple things that you can consider. 1, put it in the shower while you're showering. Keep the lid on, keep it closed, put it in the shower. the moisture and the heat from your shower will liquefy your coconut oil for you enough that when you get out and you use it, because coconut oil is best used on damp, wet skin, when you get out of the shower, you'll have enough heated up that you can apply it to your skin right away. And that's just by leaving it in the shower. How amazing is that? Now, if you're not showering, you can also choose to put it under running water, and that's gonna go, warm running water, and that's gonna go ahead and liquefy it for you. Now, for me, I love just to take a little bit, just like this, solid, warm it up into my hands. Look at that. Liquefied right away, and pat it right into my skin post taking a shower, taking a bath. And it just kind of depends on if you like it solid or if you like it more liquefied. But my big posh hack for this is put it in the shower and let that heat of the shower warm it up and liquefy enough of it that you can use it right when you jump out. Super great tip. Now, last but not least, we're gonna be getting into warmer summer months. And one of the things we always like to make sure our customers know is Shea. We talked about Shea butter, and like our Snarky bars, it melts easily. It can melt easily. And that becomes a problem sometimes with our skin sticks, okay? So like our very sleepy skin stick. So my recommendation or tip or trick for our sleepy stick, for our healer stick, any of our skin sticks, is if you happen to forget it in your car when it's really warm, or in your purse when it's really warm, before opening it, set it in your refrigerator upright, just like this, just for a few hours. Let it settle and harden again before you open it. Okay, and that's gonna help the Shea re-harden, and it'll be fine. It'll be ready to go as soon as you open it. So if you're purchasing it and it's shipping to you and it's warm weather, or if you leave it in your car, leave it in your purse, and you're afraid it might have melted a little bit, stick it in your fridge for an hour or two, and then simply open it up and check on it. It'll settle and harden just as normal, right? Now, how's that, you guys? How much value did you get out of that? You now know how to get every ounce out of your tubes, your Posh tubes. You now know how to cut a chunk bar soap to go in more than one bathroom or to fit your needs. You also learn the importance of not heating a Snarky bar, but being able to also cut it into multiple pieces for however you want to use it. You learn some fun tips with coconut oil, leaving it in your shower so it melts a little bit so that you can easily apply it after your shower. We talked about our bath fizzies, and if you're soaking your feet, how easy it is to just take some stress out with a rubber mallet and break this stuff into smaller pieces and sprinkle it into your foot tub. And last but not least, the greatest tip is putting this in your refrigerator when you get a shipment with a skin stick and it's been hot outside and it's sat on your porch, or you've left it in the car or left it in your purse too long. Put it in your refrigerator and let it re-harden, and you are good to go. Oh my gosh, you guys, for What's Up Wednesday, how amazing was that? Let me know if you know any more Posh hacks or hacks that have worked for you. Tell me about them in the comments. Tell me if this helps you, because these are seriously things that have made a huge difference in how I use and how I share Posh. Thanks for joining me this Wednesday, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for always tuning in, and I will see you next Wednesday. Talk to you later.